a weekend. What a week in sports. We have a ton to talk about. I want to get into it like kind of as fast as possible because we're going to take up some time talking about some of this stuff. Um, just to refresh for you guys, we'll go over our grounded, cleared for takeoff. We'll do our big three of NCAA mascots that you'd want to take into an alley fight, and we'll go back over that as far as like what the stipulations are for that, because that could get kind of hairy in different directions, and we'll come to an agreement. I have a list of a whole bunch of different ones, but we'll see what we come up with here, what we agree to, and feel free to interject and agree or disagree. We'll talk a little bit about the Ryder Cup after that, and then we'll get right into the meat of our kind of our podcast here. We'll talk about the Guardians, talk about college football, and then we'll talk about the NFL and the stuff that's kind of just finishing up or still going on as we're talking. Okay.
All right.
All right. With that being said, grounded, cleared for takeoff. Anyone want to lead us off?
Yep, I will.
Go ahead, Giovanni.
This is kind of late to talk about because we were supposed to talk about this back 3 weeks ago while we were live, but we couldn't. But I got the Phillies Karen.
Oh, brought her back.
Yep, because we could not, like, I don't know what you call it. We talked about it, but it wasn't like available, so I had to do it again.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, we had our technical difficulties.
Yeah, technical difficulties. We missed an episode, so yeah, that's a good one. She, I don't know if the internet did a good enough job, or she did a pretty good job of going rogue, hiding from all of us. Phillies Karen never really found out who she was. A lot of people tried to throw some people under the bus, but we never found out who she was. So
yeah, I did see a thing just there was like a Phillies they had like a fan game where they gave out these fan appreciation patches. They didn't give her one. Like she showed up.
Really?
And they actually did not give her one.
Wow. Yeah, I saw a lot of the memes were like the like Spirit Halloween like Halloween costume packages with the Phillies Karen kit,
Yeah.
I thought that was pretty funny. You got the wig and the hoodie and the big glasses and the baseball. So I thought those were pretty funny. But good one, Giovanni. Anything else?
I got another grounded. This time it's the New York Mets because they are now eliminated from the playoffs after all of that.
The stats on that are ridiculous. Did you see Pete Alonso said he's opting into free agency? Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, it was like they have a $300+ million payroll compared to like the Guardians, who they always get thrown up against with just over 100 million. So they're literally triple.
And the worst part is that was the second highest payroll of the New York Mets, and they still could not make the playoffs.
Oh, it's just a dysfunctional organization.
Unbelievable.
Yeah, and you got to wonder. I mean, that is a testament to the Guardians. Like, and I know we'll get to that more, but those guys just love to win. Like, it's not a matter of the paycheck or the fame and the glory. It's just those guys, like, that's what baseball is. They love playing baseball and winning, and that's what makes it fun as a Guardians fan, I guess.
Yeah, it's kind of like I'll make an analogy here. It's kind of like Division III football. There's no scholarship. There is no NIL. You're literally playing Division III football because you love to play football, or any other sport in Division III for that matter.
And usually you get the craziest, most entertaining guys in Division III because they're just like borderline unhinged. So yeah,
CTE, man.
Kind of the same with the Guardians, right? Some of these guys, there's just no quit in them. All right, Giovanni, you got any more?
I got the clear for takeoff Ashton Genty because he had 3 total touchdowns today. That was impressive by him.
He went off for fantasy managers today, finally. Right?
Yep.
Yeah.
They
lacking for fantasy.
They listened to us. They let the horse out of the barn.
Yes, finally.
That's what we were talking about last week.
Yes.
They got Ashton Genty on their team. They need to give him more touches.
Yep.
But I have one clear for takeoff, and that's Khalif Raymond for the Detroit Lions. Huge punt return, and then he went up into the stands, and he went up to his wife, and he gave her a kiss, and I thought that was really awesome.
That's cute.
We can't all be that great.
I guess. All right. Coop's that or Giovanni, is that it?
I think I got one more.
Hit us up.
I gotta say, it's kind of either like grounded or flight delayed. I will say Marvin Harrison Jr. because what on earth was those drops?
Yeah.
And I don't know, like how could you do that?
Yeah, I was gonna kind of bring that up when we got to the Cardinals, but how do you go from being the best player in college football outside of the quarterback position to like somebody who just can't even catch a pass? And it looks like him and Kyler Murray they don't even know who each other are. Like they're just not on the same page.
Yeah, I would say he's been very pedestrian in his time with the Cardinals.
Yeah. Yep. It's rough.
For sure.
Yeah. All right, Cooper.
I don't have any more. I only had
Got the one.
I was only throwing Khalif Raymond in there because I figured we're gonna talk about a lot today.
A lot. Yeah, we're gonna hit up a lot. Yeah, I had I'm just gonna throw out some of the odd stuff that I see that don't kind of fit into all this stuff. But both cleared for takeoff and grounded. So Mark Davis, the owner of the Raiders, is also a partial owner in the Aces. The WNBA team, and he was I saw a picture of him wearing that pink Asia Wilson wig. And so grounded because he was wearing a pink Asia Wilson wig. Clear for takeoff because I do think that it improved his hairstyle.
His
hairstyle is for somebody who's basically a billionaire, like there's no way he walks into a barbershop and says, "Give me this."
Dude,
it's like they put a bowl on his head, just like line it up. Yeah.
It's really bad.
Yeah, he has to do it in the shower by himself or something.
Gotta be.
It's just like a little kid. Oh yeah. Anyway, let's see. Clear for takeoff. I thought it was really cool. I didn't know, and Cooper, you probably did. I feel like this is an obscure fact that you would have known. I didn't know that there's a Great Lakes Classic trophy.
Is there now?
Yeah, it's the wreck of the Edmund Fitzgerald Trophy.
Hold on, I'm looking this.
So Detroit got to take the trophy home. There's a legitimate thing. Yeah, it's pretty cool. So I think the last time
wow, that is awesome.
The last time they played for it was 2004. No, would have had to been like 19. It's like every 5 years, isn't it, that they play the different divisions?
Yeah, it's something like that.
Yeah.
No, wait, that's so cool.
Yeah, it's pretty neat. So the story behind the Edmund Fitzgerald is a ship that wrecked long time ago on its way to Cleveland, and so in Lake Erie. And so because both cities are in Lake Erie, I thought that was kind of neat. There's a neat song about it. You'll have to ask your parents. Maybe they'll know. Gordon Lightfoot. So clear for takeoff. Daniel Jones. I didn't realize this was happening, but he's getting $100,000 for every win in which 50% of the set. And he's 3-0. He's almost made $500,000 already just being on the team, I guess.
Wow.
So good for him. Indiana Jones.
Indiana Jones, baby.
Indiana Jones, baby. Grounded, I had Louisville's ball boy. Did you see that?
Dude, I saw that. That was crazy.
Is it Louisville's ball boy or Pitt's defenders? Like
they were playing like monkey in the middle with him.
I guess it was an interception, right? And so they were, they were celebrating with the ball, and he's just like, dude, that's our ball. Like, can we get it back so that we could, those things aren't cheap, especially when you work them the way you want them, and they put mud on them and stuff, and
that was just a crazy situation.
They just bullied him around, took the ball, and threw it in the stands. I was like,
hey, he ended up getting the ball though. I saw it. I was like,
good for him. I felt bad for him. He's just trying to do his job. got Pitt. Pitt's a bunch of bullies. And then finally, my grounded, which I know we'll talk some more about, but James Franklin.
Yeah, he sucks now.
He sucked before, but we got some stats coming at you here once we get to that. But James Franklin, he's definitely on the hot seat. So I would say you are grounded for sure.
Yeah, the only time I liked him was when I don't know if you guys remember this, but Keegan-Michael Key was like pretending to be him at a football game once.
So you like Keegan-Michael Key?
I like Keegan-Michael.
Yeah,
That was the only time I was like,
correct. That was the only time I was like, he's cool. Oh, it's not James Franklin.
hold on, we got a guy over here out of uniform, and then he starts running away.
Yeah, real stiff.
It's funny.
So yeah. That's all I got. Anything else?
I don't think so.
Okay.
I don't think so.
All right. Well, let's get into our big three of NCAA mascots that you would want to take with you into an alley fight. Like this is my squad. So here's what we have to decide. And Cooper, we've already talked about it a little bit, so you've at least posed this question. Do we include mythical organisms or mythical beings?
Yeah.
So, okay, so just because I don't think that there are any, and I'm probably wrong because when you think of NCAA, you're probably talking about Division II, Division III as well. Like, for example, if we're talking about the NFL, the Titans, right? Like a Titan is basically a god, right?
Yeah,
created by Zeus himself. So do we include something that isn't real per se? I don't know. What do you think?
I think if it's like I think if it's an animal, maybe.
Okay.
Because
do humans it has to be a human to fall into the animal category, right?
It could be. Oh, are we doing humans?
Well, they're some of them are mascots.
Yeah. Do
you want to do it that way? It has to be an animal.
An animal or like an actual human. So it could be like a cowboy.
I mean, I could go. I mean, you want the biology lesson there? Well, humans are animals.
I know some get it. You're a science teacher.
I know some people wouldn't agree with that statement, but like it or not, we're just more advanced. Anyway.
Okay, yeah, because
so animal. We're talking about animals. We're not talking about forces of nature, deities, anything like that.
No, it has to be an animal. But now here comes the question. Does it have to be a real animal?
Right. So like okay, so just for like a storybook animal. Like for example, Babe the Blue Ox. Like you couldn't take Babe the Blue Ox into it that's like 1,000 feet tall. Right?
Okay.
Does that make sense?
Yeah. So that would make hypothetically like no dragons or things of that nature.
Unless it was a bearded dragon.
Okay.
So no mythical creatures, deities, forces of nature.
All right.
How's that sound, Giovanni? Does all that make sense?
Yeah.
Does that ruin your top three?
Kind of.
It changes around a lot.
It does change around mine too. But the reason I say that is because it's like, how do you measure certain things? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because I'll be honest with you, I had one too that, you know, if we decided we were going to go one direction, I was going to take this one. And I'll say it if this is what we decide to do.
Yeah, I think we should talk about the ones like beforehand that have now been disqualified.
Okay. So, for example, Miami Hurricanes.
Right.
Like you can't take a hurricane into battle.
Yeah.
Because
that,
needless to say, they probably would win. I mean, hurricanes kill maybe hundreds of people or something, you know?
Yeah.
At one time.
Yeah, and so I had a few that kind of fell into that category. I had a few like Devils. So Duke Blue Devils,
Sun Devils,
Arizona State, Mississippi Valley State, Delta Devils.
Mm-hmm.
There's just a few of those in there, and then Drexel and UAB are Dragons, and so had to get those out of there.
Yeah,
and then obviously St. Louis is a Billiken, which is like a
It's
good luck creature.
It's
That's
like
in
a
Japan.
little gremlin kind of thing.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but they're mythical and
Yeah. Okay. All right. Well, I think I went first last time.
So it's probably me
I
again.
think it's you, then Cooper. Or wait, is it you, then me, then Cooper? Cooper, did you go?
I remember you did the other big three because I did commentators and Cooper did movies.
And then I just did names. We did college names.
Yeah.
Okay, so it's back to you.
Okay.
So would I be in the middle or would I be at the end?
You would be in the end, I guess.
We screw this up every time. All right. So, all right, Cooper, you're in the middle. I'm on the end. Giovanni's kicking us off. All right, Giovanni, so you're going to kick us off. Go ahead. You got the first pick.
And I got the Clemson Tigers, and I picked Tiger because you can't battle with the Tigers.
yeah, that's a good one.
Tiger would be an intimidating one. And so we also agreed that since Giovanni took the Tigers, no one else can take the Tigers. So he took Clemson Tigers, which also means that he took like LSU, Auburn, Memphis, so on. So apex predator, 600 plus pounds. All right. I guess now it's up to Cooper.
Yeah, I think I'm. Oof. I think I'm gonna go with the. Oh man. All right. I'm gonna take one that might be a little unexpected. I'm gonna go with the Pittsburgh State Gorillas. I think a gorilla would be absolutely monstrous to have on a team because of they're kind of, well, not ambidextrous. They have opposable thumbs, they have the mobility, they have the strength. I think that's going to be a good pick for my team.
Yeah, that's a good one. How long ago was it that the how many men versus a gorilla?
Oh yeah.
Yeah. And then
See the
and then the James Harrison was like,
yeah
I just need me and one other guy. Me and one other guy. Somebody hold the camera.
yeah. That's so crazy.
It's something like that. I don't know, but he's a
Yeah.
large individual. No, gorilla's a good one. Definitely. Especially in a fight. Okay. Having two here is clutch because I don't think some of these would come back around.
Yeah.
I am gonna go with. Oh gosh, so here's where it gets, and tell me if you can tell me no if this doesn't count. I'm gonna go with Alabama, the elephant. I know their mascot's the Tide though.
Okay. No,
Is that
that's fair.
fair or is that no, like we can't go with Tide? It's a force of nature kind of thing.
Well, you're going with the
Their
elephant.
mascot, which is the
Yeah.
elephant.
Okay.
Okay.
So I think there's two ways that this can go. You can go with the nickname of the school, which would be like the Pittsburgh State Gorillas.
Right.
Yeah.
All right. So I have the Alabama elephant from Alabama Crimson Tide, and then I take the Montana grizzly bear.
And so that eliminates all other bears like UCLA or.
And I would say that,
Brown.
I mean, I would say the grizzly bear is one of the most apex bears. I guess the polar bear is larger, but I don't think there's any polar bears, are there?
Not that I can think. Yes, Ohio Northern University.
Oh yeah, that's right. Yeah,
like the top of my head, no, but then
right.
I thought about it.
Right. Okay, so to you, Cooper.
In the middle, I'm going to go with the Michigan State Spartans. I think a Spartan on my team would be clutch.
Yeah, that was probably my 1-1 with humanoid fighters, I guess. Yeah, Spartan.
Yeah.
All right, Giovanni, you get two. Your last two.
Okay, so I got the Penn State Nittany Lion. You can't battle a Nittany Lion, I guess. And then the last one I got the Oregon Ducks is the duck.
It's going to battle with the duck.
Two big cats, though.
Yep, two big cats. Nittany Lion's kind of like a mountain lion.
Yeah.
Is the
It's
name
kind of like
the type of mountain lion.
yeah, it's kind of like Vermont, the
The
catamount.
catamount, yeah. Yeah. Or
Oh yeah, a cougar maybe BYU.
yeah.
But
Who else knows about those BYU Cougars?
Yeah.
that's crazy. Um, all right. With my final pick, it was close for me. I was stuck between the Dartmouth College Keggy the Keg. No, I'm just joking. I'm going with the University of South Florida Bulls. I think a bull will round out my team. A bull, a gorilla, and a Spartan.
Oof. All right. Well, I'm gonna have to go with. Gosh, you left me some good ones. Actually, I did not think it was gonna get back to this. Give me. I feel like I'm just going like full out force here. I have the bear. Yeah. Give me Colorado Bison.
Yeah, gosh. We were kind of on the same pace the last
Oh
one.
yeah. We were, but I put them into different categories. I think a bull and a bison are kind of a lot different. If you would have said
Yeah.
like buffalo or something, I wouldn't have went for it. All right. Well, which one? What did we leave on the table? Honorable mention here. I'll go through my list. Um, Gators,
Yeah, that was one that I had play around.
Wolverines.
I feel like Wolverines are I don't know how I feel like they're not very big.
I feel like there's gonna be a lot of people hating on us for not including a lot of like again humanoid. So like we have the UMass Minutemen,
And yeah, that's what I was gonna say.
the West Virginia Mountaineers, the Oklahoma State Cowboys,
The Miners,
all
University of Texas El Paso.
all wielding weapons.
Yeah.
A whole lot powerful. I don't know though. If I'm on top of that elephant riding into this alley fight, it's going to take more than a 6-shooter or a musket. So yeah, and even with like the tiger and the grizzly bear and all those things, like you're not bringing it down with one shot. So
Yeah. One of my honorable mentions that I had, I just didn't know what it was, just at all. But Western Kentucky and Big Red.
the Hilltoppers.
Well, yeah, but I don't know what the heck Big Red is because you can't have a hill or a topper or a hilltopper. And I was just thinking about
Feel free to
Big Red.
fill us in. Anyone who's knowledgeable about the Big Red machine. I know what the Big Red machine is, but
He's like, it looks like Big Red Grimace.
yeah, I've seen it. It's a weird thing.
Yeah. So that was my
Yeah.
that's my confusion. I didn't know what.
Yeah, I'm glad we didn't go with natural disasters though. I was gonna let you guys take those, and because like hurricanes, cyclones, like stuff like that, I feel like that would have been
Tide. You could have actually gone with the Tide with Alabama.
yeah, Tide. There's and Tulane as well. But
And Pepperdine as well.
What are they?
I think they're like the Blue Waves or something.
Blue Wave. I know their campus is on Malibu. I mean, I don't think I'd ever go to school if I went to campus there.
Yeah, their mascot's this guy named Willie the Wave, and it's like just this blue wave guy. I don't know.
Gotcha.
But
yeah. Well, I thought we did a good job. I thought all three of us had good picks.
Yeah.
So we'll have to think about that one. All right.
Hey, let us know in the comments who you think wins the battle there.
Yeah, we got to be good graphic for some of these.
So yeah.
We got to have each of us riding into battle on something. That's a Chat GPT question right there.
Oh my God.
Yeah. Like Giovanni on the back of a tiger.
Yeah, that would be a cool one. I like that one.
Holding it.
Morrison on the elephant.
I like the one with the tiger. I like it.
Yeah.
Morrison on the elephant.
Yep.
Me and like a gorilla or something.
You on top of a gorilla.
Yeah.
All right. Sounds good. All right. I just want to touch base on. I know we haven't talked a whole lot. None of the three of us are big golf guys, but I feel like Philo. We need Philo on here. We're gonna have to have a special guest at some of these. Uh, but yeah, I think like the Ryder Cup was exciting enough that we should do some due diligence and talk a little bit about it. So the Ryder Cup, Europe versus the United States. Europe is the hands down favorite to win it, and they started out really strong, and they kind of put the United States into a hole, and it couldn't have went that way. From every professional I heard that there was no way that if the USA came out day one and got behind that they were going to win, and well, they didn't. But what was exciting was there was some. It was like the United States because it was played here in the United States. They treated it almost like a Happy Gilmore scene. Uh, I guess Rory had to back off the ball a couple times, and people were chanting a whole bunch of just very vulgar, inappropriate things. And I'm sure he's heard vulgar things, but I guess like, stuff to make him pretty upset. And then Bryson DeChambeau and I think Tommy Fleetwood's caddy were getting into it, and they there was some jockeying back and forth, but ultimately Europe dominates us again in the Ryder Cup, and I don't know. Maybe we got to take it more seriously, I guess.
Yeah.
If we're gonna,
Bring out the full what's it called? Just like we got to go ham on them next year.
yeah, yep. I mean, it's
Or next in 2 years rather.
yeah. I think that tired of losing it.
Yeah.
It's like the uh, World Cup.
Yeah.
It's like, how do we have all these resources and yada yada yada, and we still can't beat like a South American third world country? But yeah, same concept, right?
Yeah.
All right.
Or like how we almost lost we almost lost basketball in the Olympics against like South Sudan.
Yeah. Or
No
Niger.
no hate on
Yeah.
no hate on South Sudan, but should be a easy sweep there for
They've
them.
only been a country for like 10 years.
Yeah. I don't
So, all right, Giovanni, my man, repping the regalia. Let's talk Guardians. Holy moly macaroni.
Lenny,
So down 15 and a half games at one point. I think that was the biggest span. It's the biggest comeback to win a division in Major League Baseball history. So like
Ty had the worst collapse.
had to be I mean, from last year when they had a huge run to make the us, and that was kind of a big deal. And then they go in as
0.5%. That was the percentage of how likely the Tigers were to make the playoff. And then, gosh, what the Guardians did this year.
Right. And I think like too, you look at like the Detroit was the favorite going into it. And I know we kind of talked about a little bit of this, like our preview with talking about how and who we thought was going to win each division. And we weren't too far off as far as playoff teams. I think a lot of us took Boston to win the East because they kind
Absolutely killed it. I called about that Central a couple months ago. I said we would win the Central despite the struggles back then, but I called it.
You did. Yeah, no, and I mean, it's just the climb is insane. Here's the thing, and I know I'm biased because I'm a Guardians fan, but this, like, playoff, there is nothing like playoff baseball. Now, like, you get to this point where, for the last week, we've basically got an extra week of extra playoff baseball, and every single pitch matters. Every single pitch counts. Every at bat, just everything. And, like, the decision making changes everything. Like the other night, in order to gain that playoff spot, Bruce Bochy, walks a Reyes. And in the moment, I was like, why do you do that? Because now you force your pitcher to pitch to somebody who's a decent batter in CJ Kafis.
Well, I cannot believe about that intentional walk. I didn't even see that happening.
No, I would have pitched to him. And, if you can pitch around him, you can throw him a couple balls here and there, see if he chases, get a pop up or a ground ball. But instead, you have to groove some pitches. And well, I guess he didn't groove one. He put one right into the elbow of CJ Kafis. But yeah, that was just, I mean, but that's what we're getting is we're getting extra playoff baseball, and that's what's awesome there. And then so today they win, Detroit loses, so they are outright. They are one game ahead of Detroit. They are the true Central Division champions. No tiebreakers, no better record. Well, better record, but I mean they are just an insane run, insane. Like I don't know if here's the thing. I don't think there's one team in the American League that's like that's the team. Like I don't want to play them. The Yankees are pretty hot right now too because they've won a lot of games in a row as well. But I I don't know if I would if I'm another team and I see the Guardians playing the way that they are. I mean, like in the last 20 games, they're like it's like 17-3. It's insane. Um, so I mean, I don't know if I would want to play the Guardians right now, which is exciting.
Yeah, I probably wouldn't.
Detroit went from an 8.5. I mean, literally 2 weeks ago, we were talking about how Detroit had an 8.5 point lead, and we were saying how, okay, we're going into this week. They're playing Detroit. You know, if they win 2 games, that's great. Then they have to win 2 more to make it close, and yada yada yada. Detroit absolutely melted. Um, Now they still have a good team, and they still have great pitching, but they have no bullpen. We saw that. That's kind of what cost them the whole series. Um, but the Guardians at home, 3-game series. Giovanni, how do the games go? Is it 2-1 or is it 1-1-1?
I don't even know, but some fans with Detroit, they're saying they're cooked, so I gotta say 2 out of 1, I guess. I'm not sure, but
You think it's going to go 3 games?
no, I would like to be 2-0, but we know what
We
the game will go in game 2, but I would love to be 2-0.
So let me look up the schedule right now. What were your thoughts on those last couple games, like today, yesterday, the day before, Giovanni?
Well, before we go to that, I gotta say, get well soon, David Fry. That was hard to watch on that injury. He will be out for the rest of the year. Hopefully, David Fry will be all right. I saw him celebrating with his teammates today, having a little bandage on his nose. He didn't even have the surgery on it, so that's good.
Yeah.
But get well soon, David Fry. But for these games, I gotta say that this is the team that we should be in the playoffs, and we got that. So I'm so happy for my team. I'm so proud of my. We can try to at least make it to the conference, no, championship series again. This would be incredible. And all throughout this time, it was like the Major League movie,
Yeah.
like the team
Identical.
looked bad, and then they won all these games, and then they said, "We're contenders now. We are for real."
Right. Yeah, it's insane. I just looked it up. All 3 games are at home. So all 3 games will be in Cleveland. And we're still the underdog. Like a severe underdog too.
Oof. You think you'll go to any of those games, Morrison?
I probably won't. Tarek Skubal is starting game 1. I think they already announced that. That would be a game to go to. That'll be a good one. But well, they just got to get to Tarek Skubal. They got to get him out of the game. He's that good. He's beatable, but he's a game changer. I mean, he is so hard to get a hit off of. And what he does is he puts pressure on the other defense to play just as perfect. I mean, you can't let up anything when he's on the mound. So, if we look ahead at the other series as well, you have San Diego and Chicago. Chicago's the favorite. They're playing at home there. San Diego has not been playing very well. This one I'm looking forward to big time. I love this. In a 3-game series, this is going to be, again, October, instant classic, that kind of stuff. You got the Boston Red Sox at the New York Yankees.
Classic.
It doesn't matter. Throw the records out the window. These two teams hate each other. They've hated each other since literally like 1920. So inject that straight into my veins. You got, and I'm pumped for this one too. Dodgers and Cincinnati. How epic would it be if Cincinnati can go on a little run, Guardians can go on a little run? We got an Ohio World Series. Let's just play it in Columbus. Like, just,
Oh my God.
dude.
Those two teams are actually the teams that made it to the Super Bowl, not like the MLB, but for the NFL, like the Cincinnati Bengals and the LA Rams.
Oh, yeah. 3 years ago. Yeah. Yeah, 3 years ago. Yeah. So that's our wild card weekend matchup, or wild card week matchup.
Yep.
And then you got the Brewers, the Blue Jays.
Yep.
Who else? Phillies and
Blue Jays.
yeah, Mariners. They all get the buys. So
Mhm.
yeah, Mariners played pretty well throughout the stretch. But
Yeah, hopefully Josh Nathan is doing well.
two huge rivalry matchups: Cleveland, Detroit, New York, Boston.
Yep.
It's gonna be epic. It's gonna be epic.
Yep, it will.
So inject that straight into my veins. Major League playoffs. It's just different. It's probably one of my favorite. I know that everybody has their own like playoff, but yeah, Major League Baseball is just different. This time of year too. This has to be the best time of year for sports. I don't know. This might have to be a big three as well. Like, give me a date. Which date are you taking to cancel all plans and just sit in front of a TV? It's got to be like Masters Week,
Super Bowl week.
March Madness opening rounds.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, when the and this is hard because it's like every 4 years, but when the Olympics are on, especially for me, this Summer Olympics, and especially that's me mostly as a track and field enjoyer. I think
Right.
that's something I'm able to watch a bit more. But hey, we just had Worlds like a week. It was like the past 2 weeks, and I was all into that. So
And all kinds of updates on that.
yeah, September is like possibly the month of all time for sports, I think.
Yeah. I mean, we're week 4 NFL, week 5 NCAA. You got the Ryder Cup. You've got
We're going into playoff baseball.
playoff baseball, basketball. Basketball's right around the corner. You got preseason stuff going on right now.
Well, it's equinox once again.
There we go.
Yeah.
Yep.
High school football's
At its peak.
hitting its peak.
Yep.
Alliance Aviators are balling out.
Balling. Shot calling. All right. Well, listen, I could sit here and talk Guardians all night, but we've got a lot to cover. So
We do have a lot.
I'm just excited. I really think that they got something going on. That team plays just on a different level. Just a different level. And like you look at their leaders, the leaders are the guys that are the most hype. I mean, you watch CJ Kafis get hit with that pitch, and the first 2 guys out of the dugout were Steven Kwan and Jose Ramirez. You know what I mean? And Austin Hedges, I know he basically is not the greatest hitter, but he's the leader in the dugout. I think that just
And also, Suzuki was clutch for that game winner today, too.
Manzardo. He getting that hit. Oh, for today, Rocchio's home run.
Yeah.
Yep. Off the foul pole. Yeah.
That was crazy. That was like the sequel of Frankie Lindor.
Yep. I'm pumped. I'm ready for it. Let's go.
Oh yeah.
All right. So let's get into some college football. We'll kind of round that off pretty quick. And then we'll kind of go through our NFL, and then we'll give our Top Gun podcast like kind of power rankings. We'll sit down and plan this out a little bit better. I like that graphic and putting that together. We'll do that again today. Okay, so let's talk college football right now.
All right.
Let's start with the Buckeyes. It feels like it's the same old story. This was their first Big Ten test in Washington. I don't think Washington was a team to sleep on. They were 3-0 headed into this game. I know they weren't ranked, but at the same time, they are a pretty good team. They were decent. Their quarterback is pretty good. He's shifty and quick. But like I said, same old story. Their offense was slow to start, but defense amazing. Last 2 years, it has been amazing, and even under 2 different coaches, which is a testament to the players. I think some of the players are some of the best in the nation and will definitely be high draft picks. But um, to let up only 6 points on the road in Washington, to drive all the way across the nation and then only let up 6 points and had a couple red zone stands. That's great Buckeyes football. The offense, again, like I said, was slow to start, but Julian Sayin was very accurate. He was able to get the ball to Jeremiah Smith a couple times and for a touchdown. So I thought they looked pretty good. What'd you think, Giovanni?
I gotta say, first half was not really good, but second half was really, really good. I'm glad Sagan didn't have an interception. I'm glad they get it to Jeremiah Smith, which they should be. So I gotta say, Buckeyes 4-0, and we take on what is it next week? I forget.
Minnesota.
But anyways, Minnesota. But anyways, still a good week for Buckeyes, and let's hope we can go 5-0 next week.
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah, the one thing that I'll say that I was very impressed by was Bo Jackson, and not the Raiders legend. We're talking about Bo Jackson at Ohio State. 17 carries, 80 yards. That's like over 4.5 a carry. I mean, he had a great day. But like you guys said, just took him a little bit to get going there.
Yeah.
I mean, it's what you expect from the number 1 team in the country.
Yeah, their O-line is starting to click. I mean, if we can get our running game going, that's huge because teams are going to game plan around Jeremiah Smith and Julian Sayin. So if we can, move the chains 5 yards at a time, that's important too. So I think guys like Max Clare will come into play a little bit more as everybody gets more comfortable, using their tight end and stuff like that. But you're right. I think that, our two tailbacks are very useful. Yeah, he should pop back on here. He's come back. Okay. All right. Got your audio. All right. So moving on though, in college football, Friday night, we'll kind of go back a little bit. Friday night was mayhem in Virginia. What
man.
to that? That looked like. Did you catch the storming of the field? That looked
They
like
got fined $50K.
Wow, that's just the fine now. It looked like a basketball game.
Oh my God!
Crazy.
How close were they to the field?
So close.
I mean, the second that ball hit the ground, there were probably 10,000 people on the field.
Yeah, it was ridiculous.
I felt, and that's where I'm like, I'm 110% about storming the field, but you got to protect the other team's players. Like I'm mad if I'm Florida State because like that's not the last game of my season. Like some of these guys probably got trampled, and if you saw some of the fans, they were just like double.
They got it. 19 people got injured.
They were double burden everything, and I don't know. You just got to be classy about it. Like that was wild. That's how you get stuff ruined.
I hope they did not get rid of that field goal post.
Like I said, I'm 100% pro storm the field. That is epic. You're unranked. You beat a top 10 team. It's just epic. But
unbelievable.
And I mean, on a Friday night too, like you get to live it up for 2 days. You don't have to worry about anything. But I mean, you run the risk of people getting, including your own students. Like they got to have a little bit of time for those players to at least run back to their sideline before you just open the floodgates and people start trampling. I don't even think that Florida State like wide receiver got up. I think he just probably laid there in the fetal position.
Like they just literally stopped him.
Yeah, they trampled him. All right, working down the line. I'm just gonna go over the big upsets. Ole Miss spanked LSU. The narrative there was Lane Kiffin's daughter is dating LSU's linebacker Will Witt. Did you see him puke on the field?
Yeah.
Oh my God, I think so.
And then all the stories that came out. Yeah,
What's Lane Kiffin feeding him?
She food poisoned him. I heard some. I don't know if this is true, but if it was like Will was saying, your daughter calls me daddy, and then
Oh,
Lane Kiffin said that's fine. Your whole state can call me daddy, and I
that's
was like, I
crazy.
don't know if that's real or not, but I'll be honest
I
with you,
don't
Lane
know.
Kiffin probably would say something like that
That's
if you know Lane
savage.
Kiffin.
Oh my
Yeah,
But
god.
that's savage.
yeah,
Savage.
yeah, Lane Kiffin's a crazy guy. I mean, he's an interesting character, but uh yeah, you see him as soon as they like whoever it was in the media found out that they're dating and that became a narrative for the week, he said, bet the over. Like, we're gonna run it up on their defense.
Oh, God.
Yeah.
And they didn't, but their defense played really well. I mean, they held LSU to minimal points and kind of just I mean, it was a 7-point game at one point, but they scored right there right after, so they did what they needed to do. The next one that I want to talk about, Bama beats Georgia. They kind of get that monkey off their back. Georgia's kind of been the big brother here for the last couple years in Alabama,
Yeah.
ever since like even with Nick Saban. Those last couple years of Nick Saban, they haven't been quite as good. But yeah, they beat Georgia. Georgia's a top 10 team. They go down. Yeah, their coach gets that monkey off his back too, because after losing to Vanderbilt, I mean, what were they? They were like 1-4 in their last 5 games going into that game. They lost to Vanderbilt. They lost to, was it Georgia?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Then they lost to, who did they lose to? Or Tennessee.
Mm-hmm.
And then they lost to, who was the one they lost to this year where they wanted his job?
Oh.
Oh, shoot. I'm
It'll
blank.
come back to you.
Yeah, it'll come back to me. It was a no-name team. Oh, it was
Fun fact, Alabama ended Georgia's hold on. Oh my gosh. Alabama ended Georgia's 33-game home winning streak.
Yeah, I saw that too. It was Florida
Bama,
State. It's
yeah,
not.
they
It's
lost to
not
Florida
a.
State.
Yeah, it's not a unnamed team. But at the same time, everybody wanted his head. You remember we ran the quote on the lady if she won the was it like the $1.4 billion that she was going to fire him, and yeah. Anyway,
I do remember that.
I think he's back in the conversation. They were number 17 at the time. I haven't checked the rankings yet, but they'll probably bump up a couple. They'll be at least in the top 12, I would assume, at some point, if he can keep winning. And they'll probably play for an SEC championship if he can keep winning. I mean, with a win over Georgia, that definitely helps.
Yeah.
But the big one that I wanted to talk about was Penn State whiteout. I already mentioned it. James Franklin is hot garbage.
Oh yeah.
Let's see. James Franklin at Penn State is, hear these stats out for me. 1-15 versus top 5 opponents.
Oh my god.
So that's terrible. 4-21 against top 10 opponents. 13-30 for top 25 opponents. Which, I mean, when you play in the Big Ten, most of the time you're playing against ranked opponents. And if you're this powerhouse, self-proclaimed, you probably should be winning half of them, I would assume. And then 4-17 against the big brothers of the Big Ten, Michigan and Ohio State.
Like James Franklin, is he gonna beat unranked teams or something? Like, come on, why is he still the head coach?
No, and I think he's definitely. I mean, this was the year. I mean, they had a quarterback. They have 2 good wide receivers. They have a really good running back. Their defense is always good. I mean, they are linebacker university, but he can't win a big game. I mean, and I'm not the biggest Dan Lanning fan, but he had a great game plan. I thought they balled out. I thought Oregon came in, showed up, did exactly what they needed to do, and then at the end of the game, there were a couple questionable calls even where there should have been a targeting on.
Oh yeah, I saw that.
Penn State's middle linebacker. I don't even know what the definition of targeting is anymore. They were trying to describe it on the broadcast, and it was like, well, he hit with his brow of the helmet and not the crown of his helmet. I'm like, it's literally helmet to helmet contact. Like, the dude's laying there unconscious on the ground. the first contact for a tackle was the helmet, like I've seen less called for targeting. So I don't even know what targeting is anymore. But
Yeah, it's
yeah, I mean,
Unbelievable.
and that was the case. Like Oregon, I think they scored the next play in overtime, and then, but I mean, that does affect. That would, if he got ejected for targeting, it would have affected Penn State in the next game. But he doesn't get ejected, and Drew Aller throws a pick like
Yeah.
2 plays later, and all the people who are saying Drew Aller is going to be a Heisman and lead him to a championship. I mean,
And even NFL scouts were there.
yeah. Well, they're probably always there and getting filmed, but I just think that, like, at this point, they play Ohio State, they play Michigan.
Yeah.
I mean, they very well could lose. They might not even be in the playoffs at this point.
I don't think they
Yeah.
are not.
There's a good chance that they miss out, and James Franklin will
He
probably
might be
lose
on the
his
hot
job.
seat.
If they don't make the playoffs, I can almost guarantee James Franklin's done.
Yeah.
I mean, their only chance is, I think his only chance is kind of the Ryan Day scenario from this year, is that if he wins out or makes the championship, then he has a chance to stick around. But I mean, I guess I don't know. I don't know what Penn State's expectations are as a program. Is it just to be an average team, to finish top 15 every year and be third in the Big Ten? I know last year they won, but it's kind of because they all beat up on each other. So
yeah.
I don't know. I'm upset. I'm upset if I'm a Penn State fan. If this is,
For sure.
I mean, last year after Ryan Day lost to Michigan for the 4th straight year, I was very upset. I was calling for Ryan Day in a sense of like, what are we doing? We got to rethink all of this. And then he goes on to win a national championship. Like, all right, let's see what this guy can do. Keep doing so. But James Franklin has I mean, I just read you the stats. That's nowhere close to what Ryan Day is.
Right.
Like 1 in 15
No
against
way
top
you
5.
said
I mean, when
so.
you think about what the playoffs are, I mean, that is all top 10 opponents, and he's 4 and 21. So, yeah,
Yeah.
I would say what, one of those was last year when they played Boise State, one of the top 4 opponents. Boise State shouldn't have been a top 4. So just leave it at that. In a different setup, in the BCS setup, they're not a top 4 team. So,
Okay.
anything else from college football you'd like to discuss?
No, I don't have any.
Yeah, I just had a few small things. There were like some not major upsets, but number 23 Illinois takes down number 21 USC in a close game. That's not a crazy upset. TCU gets upset by Arizona State, but TCU was number 24 and Arizona State's a good football program. And the only really big score like difference from at least FBS was Notre Dame 56, Arkansas 13.
Yeah, they showed up. They showed up. And
Yeah,
Arkansas
they showed
fired
up
their
big
coach
time.
this morning.
Oh yeah, I saw that.
Yeah.
That's wild.
Yeah.
But
I think Marcus Freeman is finally back to his old self, I guess. I'm not sure.
I would say their biggest test going forward is going to be USC, who also just lost. I mean, they might not even be the top 25 here in a couple weeks, but they may work their way back in playing Big Ten opponents. But Notre Dame looked good. They looked really good. Jeremiah Love, I mean, looked like a stud. Jadarian Price looked like a stud. CJ Carr looked really good. So I mean, it's just they'll find their groove, and they're a hardworking team. But I don't know.
Yeah.
They had a
Other
rough
than
start.
that, I didn't really have any too many shenanigans in terms of college football.
No, nothing crazy. No crazy ejections, catches, plays, that kind of stuff. But yeah, some good upsets. I mean, some good top 10 upsets. So
Did you saw that play that FSU was supposed to have that touchdown in the end, but his feet was like kind of in, but it was like almost out of bounds.
yeah,
It was like nearly at the end of the game. Like, I don't know if it was in regulation or in overtime. He caught the ball in the end zone. He had 2 feet in, but the refs called it out of bounds. Like,
Gotcha.
what are
Yeah,
they
I
doing?
didn't catch the whole game.
Yeah,
I
I
just
know.
caught the highlights. So yeah, I was just baffled by the storming of the field. Thought that was crazy. Yeah, wild.
Like,
Wild.
I never saw that storming. I never saw that many people storm the field before from the east to the north.
Yeah, that was it looked like a basketball game.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
The only other thing that I have is Mount Union taking down Baldwin Wallace 42-23.
For the 30th time in a row or something like that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, and what was it? How was it 2 years ago when they had that insane
The
play
catch
at the
where
end?
it popped up.
The catch, yeah.
Top 10.
That was to win the OAC.
Yeah.
But yeah, they haven't lost to Baldwin Wallace in flipping forever.
Wow.
And they're still undefeated. So hopefully they'll make another run for the national title this year.
Mount Union's a powerhouse, man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, even when they're not good, they're good.
I saw Jeff Dart, the head coach, last week. So
yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
It's crazy when you just live in Alliance and you can see people like that just hanging around.
Famous Jeff Dart.
Yeah.
Yeah.
To us, he's famous, I'm sure.
Yeah. Famous.
Yeah. Per se. All right. So let's NFL it up. Where do we start? Let's start with Thursday night.
Yep.
Okay.
Thursday night there was a football game. Seahawks are good.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, they're playoff contenders right now. In fact, the Rams did come back and win that game against the Colts today, so they're not like outright NFC West leaders, but
yeah,
they're up there. I mean, they're playing. Sam Darnold has them playing well. Jackson Smith and Jigba's a monster. There's a lot of Ohio State wide receivers who are just playing like lights out right now, other than Marvin Harrison. We don't have to go back to that.
Yeah, we don't.
No. But yeah, I think we kind of already said a lot of about this one. Marvin Harrison, the game really wasn't close. I know it was a 3-point game and it came down to it. And he kicked a field goal on the final play to win it. So I guess it was close, but at the same time, it was just kind of a blowout the whole game. And then finally, Marvin Harrison catches one in the end zone, and then they come back and they score again. But you can tell like that the one catch that Marvin Harrison had, like he broke down. I think he was like basically crying in the back of the end zone because he's like struggling so much to catch balls. Did you guys see that?
Yes, I saw. Yes, I saw. I don't know if that was crying or something else.
You can tell he's just like mentally exhausted from that. So
and he was over Devin Witherspoon for that touchdown too.
Yeah, I mean it was a great catch, but he's dropped so many wide open catches that you're just like,
I know. Like
feel bad for the guy because I loved watching him at Ohio State.
I know
he was Jeremiah Smith before Jeremiah Smith. So
yeah.
Okay, that was Thursday. Right. Let's go down the list. We got to start in Dublin, and the big news from Dublin, Dublin, Ireland, was that Skylar Thompson got mugged on Friday night.
I saw that.
The memes that came out after this. He actually got injured too. Like they beat him up.
Oh my god,
that's crazy, dude. Crazy.
What are the people doing in Dublin?
Not a good look for Ireland.
Bet the NFL is never going back there ever again.
Oh, they'll be back there.
I'm surprised that didn't happen in Brazil. Remember last year when they had it was Eagles Packers.
Oh yeah, with the green jerseys.
Green. It's like, how did that not end up with trouble? But we're going to Dublin, and I guess Dublin, they like to drink over there, but not a good look.
To be honest with you, if they don't know, honestly, if someone came over here from, all right, let's say you're in downtown Cleveland and somebody from Manchester United walks through the streets. Do you even know who they are? The backup goalie to Manchester United?
Yeah.
Probably not. So Skylar Thompson probably is just another guy who was walking the streets on Friday night. And they pulled him into an alley and shook him down. So, yeah, not a good look. because it was a big deal to us, but to them, it's probably like whatever. But yeah, all the memes going around with this were hilarious because you just had the movie Leprechaun. How he like, if you've never seen the movie Leprechaun, it's like one of those like cult classics, like really bad makeup and everything. But it's a scary movie, but it's not that scary because it's a leprechaun who's doing all this stuff. But you
Right.
just have the leprechaun showing up in the doorway and like Skylar Thompson's like hiding. Anyway, but here's my question to you. So without breaking down the whole game, because I don't want to have to do that for every NFL game. Here's the good news for Vikings fan.
Mm-hmm.
I know JJ McCarthy's out. Carson Wentz looks good.
Yes.
Like 350 yards and 2 touchdowns. That looked, I mean, that's pretty good. Their defense didn't play great. They couldn't really get many stops. It was just long drives by the Steelers. Hey, here's my question. Are the Steelers good?
It could be a sleeper.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, especially with and what else I want to talk about is the state of the AFC North right now.
It's insane.
The Ravens
Might be the worst
1-3.
Now, I
mean,
the
Ravens.
You got to take into account the potential factor. Like at any point, well, I guess now too. Like Lamar could. I mean, hamstring injuries aren't just things you get over too. He left the game with an injury, so I don't know if it was like I'm getting my butt spanked. I just he's had problems with going to the bathroom too in the middle of games. So he could have just had to go
back to 2020.
he could just have to go to the
Pierce.
bathroom. Yeah. Well, they didn't take him out in a wheelchair, but Steelers are on top. Like big time on top. Like not even close. Like
and
because the Bengals are the next closest. They play tomorrow night against the Broncos, but like they don't have a quarterback. Like they're lucky to be 2-2.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
It's not. It's like it's nuts. It's the standard is the standard. They're just always somehow a decent team. Like Mike Tomlin just knows how either he knows how to coach or they just like I think the Rooney family just always knows how to get a good squad in there.
And it's I feel like the way that the Steelers have risen to have that standard is like kind of the exact opposite of what the Chiefs have been doing because we know the Chiefs, they have the devil magic.
Mm-hmm.
Patrick Mahomes was sacrificing goats in the locker room.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like the Steelers have had a much more natural and an actual like rise to greatness. They're like core opposites of each other.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, and the Steelers have just been good forever.
Since Bill Callahan.
Coward.
Oh, I meant Coward.
Yeah.
I thought it was Coward.
Yeah. No, I knew what you meant, but yeah.
Bill Coward.
Good before that. So that's just
it's crazy.
It's just that wasn't
top tier.
That wasn't on my bingo card. They're definitely a playoff tier. Like as of right now, they're a playoff team. Period.
Yeah.
Especially beating the Vikings.
Their coaching and front office top tier. Like that.
I agree. Okay, more on the 1:00 slate. Washington and the Falcons. Now, I would put Washington into the injured category. I feel bad,
Yeah,
Jaden Daniels is out.
Scary.
And it looks not great because it's 2 games in a row and it's a knee injury. You don't want to see that from your quarterback, especially playing in Washington because that field is trash. And I mean, you saw what happened to RG3, so you don't want to risk that. But Michael Penix looks decent, like he redeemed himself today. They probably silenced all of the Kirk Cousins controversy, I guess you'd say. But Bijan Robinson's a force. I mean, he is good. He is a fantasy football just because not only did he have 17 carries for 75 yards, but he had a bunch of receptions and receiving yards as well. So he's going to be good for the next couple years.
Yeah.
Thoughts on this game?
This is the Washington Commanders. I got to say that this is the team that took their team to the NFC Championship game last year, and now they are 2-2. Like, I get it with the injuries and all that stuff, but hopefully, this is not going to be. But they didn't expect this to be like a year for them right now, like 2-2. They didn't even expect it, but hopefully, Jane Daniels will come back and hopefully they can just try to make the playoffs again. That's all I can hope for them.
Yeah, I think that, if they can get Terry McLaurin and if they can get, Jane Daniels back within the next couple games, they'll turn it around. Because I don't think the NFC East outside of the Eagles is not that great. So I do think that they'll be able to turn that around a little bit. So
yeah, I know Marcus Mariota is good, but he's a good backup quarterback. So
he's a status quo. He's going to keep you. He's going to keep you in the game and give you a chance when you show up on Sunday. But
like Joe Flacco.
Maybe not this week.
Not this week.
No, not this
week.
We'll
get there.
We'll get there. Well, do you want to get there? They were the morning slate. Let's the 12 o'clock, 1 o'clock slate. Let's do this. Giovanni and Cooper. Let's go, Giovanni. Let's start. You go ahead with the Browns.
Okay, so this was not a great win. I didn't even know that this would be a blowout, but I knew it. But the defense was good at times. Offense, not so good. Joe Flacco, 2 interceptions. Dylan Gabriel had to come for the 4th. I mean, it was all bad, but I knew that the Browns were gonna lose. I knew it, but not like a blowout, just like Cooper said last week. But man, everybody is saying start Gabriel, but I don't even know at this point because you got Joe Flacco leading us to how many games? Dylan Gabriel, Shedeur Sanders. These are the 2 players for next year. So I gotta say that whenever Stefanski tells us about the quarterback, if he tells us that Joe Flacco is going to be the starter, we're going to probably tank for the rest of the year. But I got to say, this Browns loss, I knew we were going to lose. I knew it.
Yeah, before I turned Cooper loose, I got to say, like, there was some optimism coming off of Green Bay that it was like, if the defense can just play as good as they did, and if Joe can just take care of the ball, we'll be in the game. You got to be within 10 points in the 4th quarter. Something crazy happens like it did last week. Now, that was not the case. They were never in the game. It was basically a blowout the whole way. And
I didn't even expect for them to have a punt return. I mean, no offense to Khalil Raymond, but he earned that, so I'll give credit to him.
Yeah, but here's the other thing is Lions looked at last week against Green Bay and they thought, like, foot on the gas. There was 4 minutes left in the game, and I think they were up by like 20 at the time or 17 at the time, and they were passing the ball. So I'm just like, I can't blame you for that. I mean, you're playing the best defense in the league, which brings me to this, Giovanni, and then I'll let Cooper go.
Okay.
How much longer can this defense be the top defense in the league? Because at some point, they're going to break, and like you said, they're going to cash in on the season.
Well, I got to say that if we do tank for the rest of the year, if we keep Joe Flacco in for the rest of the year, I got to say that the defense, I mean, they're still good with Myles Garrett, but no one else. But I just don't know. We got a London game next week versus the Vikings. It's so early, and that's gonna be the day after homecoming. So I don't even know if I'm gonna be up for that game.
You'll be up. Come on.
But I'm gonna say
9:30
that if we do cash in on the season, hopefully it's gonna be worth it in the draft.
So here's what there's 2 camps here, and talking about the London game, Minnesota's already over there, and they're not going home. So
they're staying there.
there's no jet lag there for Minnesota. So
No jet lag, but
yeah.
jet lag for the Browns.
I would put the I'd bet against the spread. I'd say Minnesota's going to just throw up some crazy points on this one. Here's what I'll say. I would say that there's two camps. There's the leave Joe Flacco in camp. He's going to give you the best chance to stay in the game. And if you leave Joe Flacco in, then you keep the value, the monetary value, or the trade capital value of those other two quarterbacks right where it is. At any point, you could go in, even into next year, and say, Joe Flacco's healthy. We'll trade away Dylan Gabriel because he has shown flashes here and there of being a sound NFL quarterback, or you trade away Shedeur Sanders because he has the potential to be a good NFL quarterback. The other side of the ball is you put those two quarterbacks in, you give Dylan Gabriel the look, you see what he can do, planning for the draft next year, and say, okay, Dylan Gabriel can't play, we don't need to draft a quarterback. Or Dylan Gabriel can't play, we need to draft a quarterback. But what you do is you burn Dylan Gabriel. Either going to use him next year or you lose him as a trade option if he's that bad. Now, Shedeur Sanders, same situation. We really haven't seen anything out of Shedeur Sanders. He's played against third-team players in the preseason games. He hasn't got many looks. He's been injured, so he hasn't got many practice reps either. And if you play him, then again, you're wasting your trade capital. So
and if you leave Sanders out there, it could be more fumbles, maybe turnovers, maybe choke jobs.
Well, it's almost like you're taking a huge gamble. You're saying, okay, this guy could absolutely turn this whole franchise around, or he could do worse than Joe, and just every decision he makes in a pressure situation is a bad one. And whereas Joe might say, hey, I've been here before. I'm a playoff ready quarterback. I know I'm older. I don't have the speed that I once did, but my decision making is at its peak. So I don't know where I stand on that, because I like Joe Flacco. I think he is a stable quarterback. I think you know exactly what you're going to get. We said our first 6 weeks of the season that it is going to be tough to win one game. Well, guess how many wins we have already after 4?
One.
We have one win. So we have Minnesota in London, and then we have Pittsburgh in Pittsburgh. I don't expect to win either of those either. Now, if they play Joe Flacco, which I could see them doing it for a half, and if it goes well, you leave him in, and if it doesn't, you pull him out. But I would say, Miami and New England are going to be, and then New York are going to be the true tests. And I don't know where I stand on that, because I think Miami is a for sure winnable game. But if you put a Shedeur Sanders or Dylan Gabriel in for those games, you run the risk of losing to a Dolphins team, whereas Joe Flacco is going to give you a better chance to win. You know what I mean? You know exactly what you're going to get with Joe Flacco, whereas Dylan Gabriel might cough it up too many times or make bad decisions, or I don't know. What do you think?
Well, I don't even know about the quarterbacks that we have.
Who do you want to play? Who do you want in as quarterback right now?
I mean, some saying Dylan Gabriel should be in, but in reality, the coach is going to say, hey, we're sticking Joe as our quarterback.
Right.
I mean, I get it. Joe is a manager of our team. He's going to get some ways to win, not just getting us a win. Like, he's going to try to lead us to a win.
Sure.
But I got to say, Dylan Gabriel, I mean, he's flashy at sometimes, but I don't know. If I'm the Browns head coach, I mean, I'm not going to go into reality with that one. Maybe would go Dylan Gabriel.
Dylan Gabriel. That's what I wanted to hear.
Yeah.
Coach Giovanni.
Yep.
All right.
Dylan Gabriel.
He's
no longer Giovanni Schefter. He's Giovanni Stefanski.
Yeah.
I'm still Giovanni Schefter. Don't worry about it.
Forget about it. All right, Cooper. I've made you wait long enough. Break it down.
So, yeah, that's good. There's just a few things I wanted to touch on. the Lions' offense, I'm going to be honest, it wasn't as good as it has been in the past weeks. Jared Goff had one really bad interception.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like what we saw today from the Lions was when the offense isn't going to be there, special teams and defense is going to step up because defense had 2 interceptions, 3 sacks, and Aiden Hutchinson had 2 of them, and one of my favorite players, Alex Anzalone, had the other one. They had, I want to say 2 forced fumbles, but they only recovered 1. And then special teams, Khalif Raymond had that punt return, but like ultimately to me, the way I see it, the Lions have they showed their versatility today. They're able to put points on the board, and they're able to win games without having such a high-powered offense. And even without a high-powered offense, like today, the rushing game wasn't great. David Montgomery had 9 carries for 12 yards. Jahmyr Gibbs was better. He had 15 for 90, or 91.
And he also had some receiving yards too. So I mean,
and Jared Goff, I'm gonna be honest, Jared Goff wasn't great through the air. He said he had an interception, but it was 16 for 27 for 168 yards. And Jameson Williams, I'm gonna be honest, Jameson Williams didn't look good today either. He had 5 drops, and I know a lot of those were. I know a lot of those were tough, but when you have an electric player like him, I think he would catch at least 1 or 2 of those. There was at least 1 or 2 where I was like, yo, those are catchable. If I'm watching a Jameson Williams highlight reel, I'm expecting him to catch those. And I know that's a highlight, but still, I think a win is a win. And I also think that the Browns defense, if you don't look at the box score, the Browns defense was really, really good today. And so they might not be at the end of the season, I don't think they'll be the leader in points allowed, but I think they'll still rank very highly in a lot of other statistics.
Yeah.
But ultimately, the only one that decides wins is points allowed, unfortunately. But still, the Browns' defense have been absolutely incredible. Like the first quarter, it was tied through the first quarter, and the Browns' defense was forcing the Lions to punt mostly more than I've seen this whole season, besides maybe the Packers game.
Right.
So and the Browns beat the Packers. So in my mind, I think it was a really good game from the Browns. I just think that the Lions' special teams and defense were able to push them through. It made it more of a 2-dimensional game for the Lions, whereas the Browns are kind of 1-dimensional with their defense, and their offense was, like you guys kind of said a little bit, very limited today with Joe Flacco and the turnovers.
Yeah. Yeah.
But I thought it was a good game.
I mean, yeah, it's a win's a win. Here's what I'll say for you, Cooper, and I'm kind of unbiased going into this in a sense of I just like football. The Detroit Lions put up 34 points against the best defense in football.
Yeah.
Okay. And then on top of that, their defense forced 3 turnovers. So against a quarterback who's usually known for his decision making.
That's true.
So I will say, like, they played. It wasn't okay. Here's what it wasn't that I think you're used to. It wasn't a Ben Johnson offense.
Yeah.
There was no flash. There was no home runs. There was no big plays. I guess there was one pretty big play, the Amon-Ra St. Brown one. But at the same time, it was just drive the ball down the field, score.
It was
drive the ball down the field, score. So
it was way more straightforward than it normally is, because normally we're expecting game. Ben Johnson, but and we tried it, and Jameson Williams came away with -3 rushing yards.
Yeah, well, and that happens too. I mean, when you don't do the flash as much, you're not as honed in on it or meticulous. So I don't know. And the Browns defense, to your point too, they did play pretty good. I mean, if you were to look at all the stats going down through, I mean, the Browns had 249 total yards. The Lions only had 277. The Browns had 3.8 yards of play. The Lions had 4.9. So, I mean, the defense, they played. If you would have saw those two, you would have said, okay, it was a 3-point game or it was a 7-point game instead of a 24-point game. the Browns had more of the possession time. You wouldn't have expected that from the team that gave up the ball 3 times. So I I think that, it was more of a meticulous, well-coached game. So that should
Yeah.
make you feel better as a Lions fan. Um,
And I think it's not even a bad look for the Browns. I think the Browns will close out their season with a lot more wins than we had them getting. I mean, they end up playing the Patriots, Jets, and Raiders and Titans later in the season. I think that could be 4 wins for them. They might come away a 6-win team here.
well, but my biggest thing is like the thing when you sit down and you look at a schedule, and I agree with you. I do think that they're playing good football right now. Um, and that they do have the potential to win 6 or more games. Whereas previously we thought maybe like 4.5 games, somewhere in there, 4 to 5. And this is why I asked Giovanni this is I don't know how long the defense can do what they are currently doing. Stay healthy.
Yeah.
Denzel Ward seems to always be hurt at some point in a year. Myles Garrett is just a workhorse. He goes 110% every single play, and at some point he's going to get hurt. You don't want it to happen, but if they should happen to lose Myles Garrett, I mean, holy cow, that's it. That's their whole defense. So, but yeah, I thought upside for the Browns, Judkins looked good.
Mm-hmm.
Isaiah Bond looked good again. But other than that, it just wasn't a pretty game. We made a field goal.
Mm-hmm.
That was a big question mark week 1. So, but Lions look good. They're meticulous, well-coached team. They won a game that they should have won, whereas Green Bay didn't get a chance to do that. So I do think that helps them kind of with the Green Bay Packers after that loss. They've had several good wins after that. So, yeah, especially, I mean, we didn't get to talk last Monday night beating the Ravens, right? So, who are kind of in their own little dumpster fire category right now. So I don't know. We'll see. We can talk about them too. We'll kind of fly through the next couple games because they weren't that exciting. You got Bills beating the Saints. It wasn't even really a game. At no point was it a game.
Yeah.
There was no offense at all, really, from the Saints. The Bills just kind of cruised through it. There wasn't a whole lot there. The next game was the Patriots and the Panthers. Same thing. The Panthers are the same old Panthers. Last week after they beat
Falcons.
the Falcons 30-0. That had to have been a fluke. I don't know what happened there, but it was like that team just forgot that they were good. Stephon Diggs showed up finally. He had 6 receptions for 101 yards, but he has not done a single thing for the Patriots since they acquired him, and he finally did something. That brings us to kind of this is also the morning slot, but Chargers Giants. Giants get their first win. Chargers get their first loss. What a game. I mean, Jackson Dart coming in didn't really do a whole lot, but played well enough to win. The Chargers filled up every stat category. They just could not complete a couple drives. And the Giants beat the Chargers. I mean, I had them in the dumpster fire category.
Oh,
They may have to graduate this year.
Yeah, I have no idea, man. Yeah, that was wild.
My only note was at the end of the game, as I'm watching it, I'm like, who is the jeweler for the Giants? Jackson Dart had a huge chain on. Brian Dable had like a pullover on, but there was no shirt underneath. And it was like collar popped, and he had a big chain too. I was like, how old are you, Brian Dable?
Okay. Get well soon. Malik Neighbors.
Yeah.
That dang MetLife turf does it again. They're so guilty of not changing the turf.
Yeah. Yeah. Malik Neighbors done for the year.
Yep, and probably Joe Alt too.
Ooh, that's a big one for
crazy.
Yeah, big one for the Chargers.
That MetLife turf.
What was the latest on that, Giovanni Schefter? Is it an ACL?
Hold on. Malik Neighbors believed to have a torn ACL. He would get an MRI on it tomorrow to confirm.
Ugh. Yeah. I just know that it was a knee injury. I just wasn't sure. He was in a lot of pain.
The MetLife turf curse lives on.
The turf monster.
Yep.
You were going to say something, Cooper?
Yeah, and I saw a thing where it was during the middle of the game after a drive, Jackson Dart went away to get concussion protocol. But he passed and he did not have a concussion, luckily. But still, I mean, he's in there in his first game getting roughed up, and it's like it's a little scary for the Giants with Jackson Dart, who's a young star, and he was balling today, him and Malik Neighbors.
Yeah.
But you see what happens to Malik Neighbors, and I just do not want the same thing to happen to Jackson Dart.
Right.
And it's
well, I don't want it to. I don't want it to happen to anybody. I'm not here for the injury at all. Even if it's the team I'm playing against, I don't want any of that. I want to beat your best, and I don't want to see anybody get hurt.
Yeah.
Okay. Eagles Bucks. What a game. That was a good game. Eagles are the Eagles. They're still so good. They're just elite. And that they've had some trouble with the Bucks recently. I think they're 1-4 against the Bucks recently. But the Bucks look good.
Yeah.
Not a lot of receiving. Emeka Mbuka caught another touchdown pass today that was just Baker Mayfield looked incredible, rolling out to his right.
Fantasy owners got fantasy points for Ibuka.
Yeah, he was a great late round pickup for sure.
Yeah, I knew that when they were on draft day for the Buccaneers, I knew they were going to take a wide receiver because Chris Godwin was out. So they made a smart move on getting Ibuka.
Yeah, and Mike Evans is getting up there in age, so they got to replace him somehow too. But Bucky Irving had a great game. I mean, 63 yards, 102 yards receiving and a touchdown. I mean, he lit up this fantasy points too. But the Eagles are good. What can I say? I can't say much more than that. The Eagles are the team to beat, and they've got it figured out. Nick Sirianni's got it figured out.
Yeah.
Nick Sirianni, man, Mount Union
legend. Probably played there with old Jeff Dart.
Yeah.
So, their Eagles are in my elite category. Bucks are still in the playoffs. I mean, when you play that well against that good of a team, later on down the year, I have a feeling they'll meet again soon. Well,
yeah, I can I'll see the Buccaneers going pretty far into the playoffs in my mind.
Yeah, I don't know if I'd want to play the Buccaneers. The way Baker Mayfield plays, he plays with like a chip on his shoulder, angry. But that can work two different ways. At the end of the game, I definitely don't want to see him, but throughout the game, he tries to make plays out of nothing, and sometimes that works against him.
I'm so scared because the Lions play the Buccaneers in 3 weeks, and I know he wants to get back at them after they lost to them in the playoffs. Like what was that, 2 years ago?
Yeah.
Derek Barnes had that clutch interception, and that's going to be a tough string of games. Yeah. I mean, maybe not anymore with the way that the Commanders have been playing, but Buccaneers, Vikings, Commanders, Eagles, like that's they hit the Lions with a crazy schedule. These are the kind of schedules they were throwing at Nick.
Yeah, but I mean, you think middle of the year. I mean, you got to think that Eagles are going to lose a game at some point. I mean, I just don't see them going undefeated. I see them definitely competing in every game, but I don't see them going undefeated. So, you got to think something's coming at some point. Titans are dumpster fire.
They are. Brian Callahan has to go.
Yeah, I mean, it's not even close. I mean, the amount of points that they've given up this year is just insane. And then the Texans, I mean, this is their first win, and they put up 26 points and gave up no points. So it's not looking good for the Titans, especially when they had the first overall draft pick last year and they went with a quarterback. So, it's not looking like he's the answer. But I know there's no one expected them to do anything.
The Browns made a smart move on not taking Cam Ward because I knew that he was going to be a little bit bad for the Titans, but I think the Browns made a smart move, I guess.
Yeah, I'm not a big fan of Cam Ward. I didn't like how he played with Miami right up until he broke his record, and then he took his shoulder pads off, basically. Yeah. And said, you guys are on your own now. Got a bad taste in my mouth after that. Like, you're not a gamer.
Probably
if you do that stuff.
I don't think he hasn't recovered until that happened.
No. Colts get their first loss.
Indiana Jones loses.
Indiana Jones. They were in it.
Yeah, they
Oh,
were.
yeah.
Matt Stafford balled out. 375 yards and 3 touchdowns. Puka Nacua looked great.
Yeah.
Actually, yeah, the Colts choked that one away. They should have
Oh
won
yeah,
that game.
because of that Mitchell catch and run.
Twice. He fumbled twice. But yeah, he was running down the sideline and
You
just
can't
like
blame it on Indiana Jones. He just can't.
no. I think Daniel Jones is looking good. Legitimate.
Yeah.
I mean, like a playoff quarterback. And
At least he's making money.
in the AF, yeah, he is making money. We talked about that already. In the AFC, I mean, he's definitely the only well, in the AFC South, he's definitely when you look at the other teams, the Texans, the Titans, although the Jaguars right now are looking really good.
Yeah.
But he's definitely in a division where there's gonna be some losses in that division. So as long as you can just keep the wins coming here and there. And the Rams are a good team. I mean, the Rams look good this year. I again did not have that on my bingo card after I watched all the stuff coming out about Matt Stafford laying on a crystal table or whatever. I thought they were ready to exorcise him or something. Exorcise the demons.
At least Matt Stafford is still back to his old self.
Yeah.
Oh, he looked great. I mean, so good. So he looked like he's got 3 or 4 more years left in him.
Maybe 2.
Maybe.
Maybe 6 or 7.
No, not the 6, 7 again.
I was just joking.
Take this. I stop with it.
Jags 49ers. This was a back and forth game as well. But Jaguars look good. Travis Etienne looked monstrous.
Yeah.
Monstrous today. Brock Purdy's back. They benched Mac Jones. As they should have. I don't know. I'm not a big Mac Jones fan. I don't think he does a whole lot for them. But Brock Purdy's he's the guy there. They just don't have any weapons with Kittle out and
Ayuk
out, and I mean it's the Christian McCaffrey, Ricky Pearsall, and that's it. I mean, there's not a lot of weapons.
And Nick Bosa's out too.
Yeah, their defense is struggling. But I will say this: Trevor Lawrence looks good right now. I mean, this is the best he's looked since he came into the league.
Yeah.
I mean, they definitely should feel a lot more comfortable with Trevor Lawrence as their quarterback. I know that there were a lot of questions over the last couple of years about him, but he's at least put them in a situation to win. He's a gamer. He's big. He's got a good arm. He's fast, or at least a strong runner, I should say. But yeah. So Jacksonville 3-1, 49ers 3-1. Everybody kind of is evening out. Ravens Chiefs. What on earth? We were ready. We were ready to sell the ship on the Chiefs, and we were ready.
2-2 now.
We were ready to crown the Ravens, and I mean, since we've spoke last, the Ravens have lost twice. Both the playoff caliber teams, but lost twice. And them being a team that we had in the Super Bowl category, they might have to fall down for sure. There's something going on there. Their defense looks bad, like really bad, like some issues.
It's rough.
And Roquan Smith, I know he left the game at one point because he was injured. But yeah, they're not looking good. And I mean, if I haven't heard the latest, I'll have to wait for my tweet from Giovanni Schefter about Lamar Jackson. But I mean, he left the game with a hamstring injury. I don't know if he was just
done. They had to put Cooper Rush in.
I don't know if they were just done. That he was just like, I've had enough of this. I'm done. Or if he's actually hurt. But that's a big one for sure. I mean, if he is hurt where he might have to sit a game, to fall to 1-4 would be.
Who do they play next week?
I can look that up real quick.
They play the Texans, so I think that's a game that they'll win.
Should be a game. Are they playing on the road or at home?
Good question. They are playing Hold on now. I got it. Okay, they're playing at home, so
Ravens.
yeah.
Well, I'll wait to see before I make my prediction there, whether Lamar's healthy or not. But yeah,
Yeah.
but Patrick Mahomes looked good. 4
Mm-hmm.
touchdowns. Xavier Worthy. I mean, he has his weapons back. I mean, I think one of our biggest things, and we said this, is that he has zero help.
Yeah.
And Travis Kelce is not the answer. He used to be
No,
the answer. He's just not anymore. He's not the guy he was.
he's probably washed now.
Well, he's still good. Let me put it that way. He's
Yeah.
just like he fits into those categories like Zach Ertz or Mercedes Lewis. These
Lewis.
good tight ends that take up space and they know how to run a route and they know how to get open. But what made Travis Kelce as good as he was when he'd catch the ball was the yards after the catch. The Rob Gronkowski just play.
Oh, I was gonna mention Rob Gronkowski with Mercedes Lewis at Zach Ertz.
Yeah.
I was gonna mention that.
Just at the end of the play, just gaining a couple more yards or just sneaking stuff in, and he's just not. That's just not who he is anymore. So getting Xavier Worthy back, that's big. In 2 weeks, after 2 weeks, they'll get Rashee Rice back.
Yeah.
That team changes, which sucks as a Broncos fan, but
Yeah.
I was really hoping they'd lose some more games, but oh well. I can handle a Ravens loss, though. That's just as exciting. All right. Well, then, that brings us to the game that's currently going on, and that was supposed to be a bloodbath because, you got
Jerry Jones.
Micah Parsons coming back into the house that Jerry built.
And Jerry Jones would not even tribute Michael Parsons. Like, why did you not do that?
Why would you? He's only played there 4 years.
Yeah, and
Not even 4 years.
What is any good about Micah Parsons in Dallas? Just sacks, not even interceptions or touchdowns.
I mean, he's a stud. He's a Pro Bowler, but at the same time, I mean, there was some bad blood. If I'm Jerry Jones, I'm not honoring him either, but
oh, yeah.
No, but Cowboys are currently winning 16-13.
Yeah, that's
halftime, which is nuts. I mean, we got this is definitely a hot take that we messed up. At the time, we definitely sounded pretty confident, but we weren't right. We were ready to give the Packers a Super Bowl.
Oh, yeah.
The Lombardi Trophy after they beat the Lions so handily. They looked good. Now they're just not.
I don't know. I was high on them too, but
after that loss to the Browns, they haven't been the same.
If they lose to the Browns and then the Cowboys, there's a lot of questions that get raised.
Oh yeah.
I mean, you're going from beating, I don't know, one
top
of our
2 to maybe mid
to good, I guess, right?
Yeah, that could be in your power rankings.
Yeah, that might be it. But yeah, we'll keep an eye on that game, and we'll definitely consider that as we move forward. And then the Monday night games.
And then thoughts and feelings about heading for the Bengals and Broncos.
Yeah, so I'll kind of get into that, but let's talk about the Jets Dolphins. That is going to be an absolute
I got an update.
The worst 2 teams. Go ahead.
Giovanni Schefter.
It's not Giovanni Schefter. It's not like injury updates. But we got a Super Bowl halftime update. Bad Bunny is performing for the halftime show at Santa Clara for Super Bowl 60.
Nice. Bad Bunny.
Yep. I never heard of Bad Bunny before.
There's definitely a lot of people who are not going to know who that is.
Yeah.
Dude, I like
Bad Bunny. Adele or Taylor Swift.
No, not a chance Taylor Swift does it.
Yeah, not a chance.
No, but Bad Bunny's pretty big Latin American singer-songwriter. He'll be good.
Bunny.
He'll put on a good show. Yeah, he's got some good stuff.
He's a good actor. I liked him in Happy Gilmore too.
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
Do you know who it is now, Giovanni?
No.
Do you know who he played in Happy Gilmore 2?
No, but I could look.
He played the waiter.
Oh yeah, the waiter.
He was the waiter, and then he became his caddy.
Yeah.
Yeah,
he was funny.
I watched that Happy Gilmore too. It was funny.
Yeah. Anyway, it is. Yeah, I thought it was. Anyway, Jets Dolphins. That's gonna be
battle of the basement right there.
Not Super Bowl, but the toilet bowl.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's just going to be somebody's going to get their first win. There's the good news.
Yeah.
Somebody's going to win that tomorrow. The
Yep.
end. The end. Then the Bengals Broncos that happening basically at the same time over on ABC. In Denver, you've got Jake Browning coming in.
Not the answer.
No. I mean, here's the thing. Bengals defense isn't good. Broncos have been slow to start the last couple games. So they need to come out and they need to throw the first punch. They need to get it going, the offense going. And then I think that if they can just hold on to the lead, it should be fine. They should be okay. I'm perfectly I think that they're a heavy favorite. They're a 7.5 point favorite, so a touchdown plus favorite. They should be all right. Should. I mean, I said that about the last couple games, so who knows how that go. But but we'll see. I mean, there's definitely, I have the utmost faith in Bo Nix. I think that he's good. I think J.K. Dobbins is good. The problem with the Broncos right now has been their decision making on defense and the penalties. The defense is good, but they've shot themselves in the feet multiple times, putting two teams in field goal position, and then penalties on those field goals have cost them games. So they just got to play clean football, and they should win.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah. That was that. All right, let's try and power rank here. Who are our Super Bowl contenders?
Okay.
I would say my top 3 right now, or my top ones. It doesn't matter who they are, where they are. I think that the Bills are a Super Bowl contender. I think
I agree with
top tier,
and the Eagles for sure.
Yep.
How do you guys feel about Detroit being a Super Bowl contender?
Right. Obviously, I'm gonna say that I would hope that they are, but I think it's gonna be a tough playoffs based on the way that we talked about their schedule going through the rest of the year. They have some hard games that could honestly maybe put them into a unfavorable position in the playoffs, or maybe even into a wild card, depending how the Packers play the rest of the season.
Yeah. Well, I think that's what helps them is that they're definitely a playoff team. I think that they're going to win a lot of games. They're going to be in a good wild card spot, and I think that they should win the NFC North.
Yeah,
especially with the way that the Packers have been playing.
Yeah, but recently. I would say with no and I don't want to take the Commanders out of the race already, but with the way that the injuries have kind of been piling up for them, the NFC is already a little, I would say, thin through right now.
Yeah.
Not that there's no good teams, but contenders that I think can play with the Lions, it's like the Eagles and the Buccaneers and the Packers who have already beat them. Like you look at it, I don't think. And the NFC West looks really strong. There's a lot of great teams, but I don't know if I would say any of those teams can hang with the Lions. Maybe the Rams.
Yeah.
With Matt Stafford's really, really high power offense and stuff. Yeah. So I would say that it's hard to at least to say this early, but I would say that the Lions are in that category.
Yeah. Yeah, I think. I mean, I would like them as a Super Bowl contender. I personally, I think that they're definitely up there. I think the last couple games have been good for them. I know they lost to the Packers, but they've won 2 really good games since then. And then the Browns, they took care of business, and they looked good against the best defense in football at that moment. So I would definitely, I like them in my Super Bowl category. I think that they're definitely, an NFC North championship team. So I think that or NFC championship team. I think that definitely puts them as a contender there.
Yeah, I wouldn't be shocked if we see them in that game against the Eagles or the Buccaneers.
Right. Well, and I have the Bucks as a playoff team. But we'll come back to that. Let's go down here to our dumpster fires. Let's just go to the other end of the map. Saints,
Yeah,
Yep.
Saints.
Dolphins,
Dolphins,
Jets,
and Titans. I would throw the
Titans.
Titans in there.
Yep. I would say that the Giants graduate to bad,
Yeah.
and then I
That's-
think
That's better than dumpster fire.
I think that the Cowboys might graduate to bad, especially how this game goes. Now, if they come out the second half, lay an egg, and absolutely get the floor wiped with them,
Dumpster fire.
they're going back to dumpster fire.
Yep.
But they're in this game against a playoff caliber team. So CeeDee Lamb's not as injured as we thought he was going to be.
No.
He should be back here within the next couple weeks, but yeah. Okay, let's go back up to, let's actually stay down low. Who are our bad teams then? So dumpster fires are your teams. We're looking at our first 4 draft picks: Saints, Dolphins, Jets, and Titans. And not including trades or anything like that. But bad would be, I think that the Bears, I don't know where to put them.
Yeah, I would put them.
They're 2-2, right?
Yeah.
Are they exciting?
No.
So what are our categories?
Okay, so
dumpster fire, bad, mid.
So it's it goes Super Bowl contender.
It's injuries good, I guess.
Playoffs, like they're gonna make the playoffs or could make the playoffs. Good, I guess. Exciting can be a couple different things. Like they're not, like I had the Browns as exciting after beating Green Bay. You know what I mean? Like they're not good, but they're fun to watch because their defense is so good. So would you put them? Oh, we'll say exciting is better than good, I guess. So
yeah,
we'll put the Bears as good, I guess.
Yeah, sure.
All right. Panthers are bad. Browns are bad.
Browns bad.
Raiders are bad.
Ravens, good, I guess. No, bad.
That's a tough one because I think fundamentally they're still a good team. They still have Lamar Jackson, but the way they have been playing, I would just call them good, I guess.
Yeah.
Yeah, I definitely don't think they've earned an exciting. I mean, here's the thing: is they're a playoff team
on paper.
Yeah. At the beginning of the year, they would have been up there in the Super Bowl category, but now it's just like, all right. Giants, I have them as bad. I mean, they're 1-3. They've already canned their quarterback for a rookie. Their coach is on the hot seat, or should be on the hot seat, even though he probably, by putting in the rookie, and if the rookie starts winning, he saved his job for at least another year, because they're gonna be like, well, he has a new quarterback.
Did we say that the Texans were bad?
You know, I have them as good, I guess, but I think that they might be bad. I think I might agree with you there. I think they might be bad.
Yeah, bad.
But let's go through the rest of them, because the Cardinals, I don't think are good.
I think it's bad.
I think that they're bad.
Yeah.
So that makes me wonder, where do we put the
Broncos?
Well, I have the Broncos as good, I guess. We'll decide on Monday night where they belong. But
okay.
Yeah, Broncos might be in the bad category.
We'll see.
Yeah.
Okay, so I have an injured category as well, and that's where I have the Bengals and Washington. Because I
agree with that.
I think they should be good, but both their quarterbacks are hurt, and their best. Washington's best wide receiver is also hurt. So.
Yep.
Okay, so we've got that. Good, I guess. I have the Bears. Good, I guess. Ravens, good, I guess. Broncos, good, I guess. Patriots are 2-2, I guess. Falcons are 2-2, good, I guess. Now, here's the one that could go different directions. The 49ers. Have they played anybody good?
No. Not
really.
even like Super Bowl caliber teams.
So like they're 3-1.
Cardinals, Saints, Jags, the only good team they played was the Seahawks, and they squeaked past them.
Yeah, they're good, I guess. I'm gonna get some hate on that one, but I think we have support there.
Yeah.
Now they beat the Seahawks, but I have the Seahawks as exciting.
Oh yeah, I agree with that.
Yep.
I think that, yeah, give me the Seahawks over the 49ers for sure.
Mhm.
Okay, so exciting, which is the next one, right below playoffs. I have the Vikings. They could make it close going in. You know, they're going to be a playoff contender right up till the very end. Same with the Seahawks. Same with the Jaguars.
Okay, Jags.
And same with the Chiefs.
Chiefs.
Dude,
Okay.
I think they're excited. I don't know if they're a playoff team. I mean, they are after today, 2-2.
Sure.
But I have the Chargers in the playoff over the Chiefs right now. Out of the same division. All right, so here's my playoffs. Ready?
Okay, yep.
Colts, which we could bump them down to exciting. They haven't really proven a whole lot yet. They beat the Broncos, which
that's fine.
We're still trying to
Exciting
decide
for
if they're
Colts.
good, but
I feel like the Colts is one of those teams where like
it's
even
exciting
if
right now.
it's exciting to watch them, but
You
you
know-
think about it, the turnaround from last season, you can't help but be like, yeah, this is my team. Especially as maybe you're a fan of a team that's not very good, the Colts is the team that you're rooting for this year.
They're exciting.
Yeah.
Right?
Exciting.
By the definition of you want to see them do well, you want to see Daniel Jones do well, yada yada yada. Okay.
Yeah.
Playoffs
Yeah.
though, like, so these are true contenders. These are people that are either winning their division or making the wild card. Packers, Bucks, Chargers, Rams, Steelers. The only ones I think
Yeah.
I would probably think about changing maybe are the Chiefs.
Yeah.
But
Yeah, because they all right.
Yeah.
but do we, they're going to get healthy here.
Yeah, they will.
Healthier too. I mean, that could change in a week. So I just have them as exciting right now. But I think that's a pretty good list. I think that's
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's an accurate list.
and I can send you guys that and we'll
And again, it's
feel
the
free to.
NFL. Things are gonna change.
Oh,
Like
it's all about
that's what it's about.
This is the week 4 power rankings. I mean,
Yeah.
like,
Yeah, we should do this every week from now on.
we will. We are going
Yeah.
to. Oh, I got some hits
You know,
off
one
this.
of these days we got to get Brandon Perna on for the weekly rankings. I don't know if you guys know.
Oh,
Who's
That's
that?
good
maybe even
sports.
Tom Grossi too.
Tom Grossi. Well, I'm surprised you don't know Morrison. That's good sports.
Yeah.
Brandon Perna.
I don't
But
know.
he's a big Broncos fan.
Is he?
He's great.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
He's
And
friends
Tom
with Tom
Grossi
Grossi. Yeah.
I know that.
And Tom
yeah.
Grossi is a big Packers fan. And he does characters for lots of NFL teams. And he's a really good YouTuber.
Okay.
Yeah. We got to get both of them on here soon.
Working that in.
I
Sounds
think
good.
it's manageable.
Okay.
All right. All right, boys. Okay.
Funniest sports moments of the week.
Hit us up. What's your funniest ones?
All right. Funniest sports moments of the week was Alabama stuns Georgia and its commentators. Alabama's upset victory over Georgia left college football commentators stunned. The unexpected result, especially after Alabama's earlier struggles into the game, had sports reporters doing a double take at the results.
Yeah. I think go ahead, Cooper. You have one?
No, I was just gonna say that that's true, man, and especially with the college football, the commentators are just like they go bonkers over stuff.
Mhm. Oh,
Especially with Ohio State and Gus
Gus
Johnson.
the world famous Buckeyes. My funniest was watching all the clips where as soon as the Guardians made the playoffs, watching the Houston Astros clips. And like the Houston Astros have just been officially eliminated from like they're in the middle of an at bat, so that was I thought that was pretty funny.
I saw some POV clips of like students rushing the field at Virginia, and like they're recording the guy catching, and they're just like it's like still. As soon as the ball touches the ground, the camera's like flying up and down, and it's wild, and people are losing their minds.
Yeah.
They got fined $50,000.
And like I said, like
it's part of the college football culture, man.
Give me the culture. Keep the safety there. A little tact. I know that some of these kids are 19, 20 years old, but like if you want this to keep happening and them just like literally like soccer games, dig a moat around the field,
Oh.
you've got to be a little smarter about it. I know it's like fun to tear down the goalposts and all that, but that costs the school money, a lot of money.
Yeah.
So like go celebrate with your team. I don't care about that, but like when you're trampling the opposing team and flipping them the bird as you're running by them and
It's
posting
like,
it,
come
yeah,
on.
it's just I mean, I get it, but
Oh
at the same time.
I got another one too.
All right, let's hear it.
I got another one. So the famous Major League movie, but the real 2025 Cleveland Guardians went on a tear from late July all the way to the late September by 15 and a half games back from July and clinching the division today. So they were like the Major League movie that they were like losing bunch of these games, didn't even know if they were going to make the playoffs. But then months later, from July to September, they came all the way back and they run the table against all odds, and Detroit collapses. And then Cleveland, of course, won the Central, and now we're officially contenders now.
Yeah. Yeah, I saw like like the cut up scene, the montage scene, and where they go on and they're like, it has the newspapers falling. If you've seen the movie, like the newspapers falling on, and like the Indians win this series and they win this game, and it was just like it kept going through like, all right, it's September 10th, and Jose Ramirez hits this walk off, and it just goes through. I thought that was cool. Like somebody did their homework and cut up that montage and then like put over a whole bunch of the highlights of the Guardians, and it was good. And then I also saw the MasterCard commercial. They replaced everybody's faces. And then Jose Ramirez slides into home, and it was good.
Yeah.
Yep.
And that's just what it is, man. The Cleveland baseball culture is unlike anything else.
Yep, it's a movie.
Unbelievable.
Yep. So I'm excited. I'm excited for Tuesday.
Man.
Can't wait.
I'm excited.
We might have to do some post game live.
Oh,
just.
You know what? And so I was thinking this, and I don't want to get too ahead of myself here, but I know that the restrictions on live streaming are pretty intense, especially on YouTube. But I think when the playoffs come around we get into like the World Series type stuff and we get into the Super Bowl, we got to do some full on live stream reactions or something like that.
And I don't know.
Without showing the game, of course, showing the game.
Yeah, we can do our reactions, and then when we get those clips, then we put the clip up over top of it, and you can kind of see our live. I mean, we can mirror them up together and let that be. So, but
it's something we got to figure out. We got to do some more.
We got to get sponsored.
We got to do the full trio. Like
we got to get our studio and
it'll be
things like that.
The in real life would be pretty epic. I mean, that'd be epic. But
I
don't know. I have a pretty big living room. I'm sure we can figure something out.
Well, I've got the space. I got the space too, but I think it might be frowned upon to have me invite you guys. It's just This is about as
I don't know. I think
socially appropriate as possible.
We have Principal Fontaine over here, so
I wouldn't want him to lose his job either. So
we'll figure something out.
Yeah, we'll make it happen. We got a whole high school we could use.
Oh,
it's true.
That's true.
Oh, hold on now. You might be on to something. We can get the projectors going in the auditorium. Oh, that
we could
would
even
be
go
pretty
small.
cool.
We could even go smaller scale than that.
Yeah, we could. Yeah.
Okay.
Think about it.
We could figure it out.
Think about it.
Yeah.
Put it into motion.
I'll talk to Miss Shar. We could get a whole podcast setup going on in the video production.
Listen, all we need is 2 more mics, and we can make this work. I mean, I've got everything.
Oh yeah.
We need 2 mics, and maybe I have the tripods and everything. So
I can talk to Miss Shar. We'll figure it out, man.
Yeah. So
okay.
All right, guys.
But
all right.
I appreciate you.
Subscribe to Giovanni Schefter at Ohio Sportscast. Subscribe to Top Gun Podcast, and subscribe to Sneeze Sports.
Yes, sir.
Well,
and also, I'm just gonna leave 2 subscribers here. So subscribe to Tom Grossi because it's my favorite YouTuber, and subscribe to That's Good Sports with Brandon Perna.
Yeah. 2 more shout outs. I know they're going
Tag
to be
them in
getting
it.
so many.
Tag
They're
them
going to
in
be
it.
getting so many subscribers from us.
From
Yeah.
all
But,
70 of our subscribers and our 68 views a week.
Yep.
Hey, you all have to start somewhere.
You know what, though? 68 views is not too bad for a weekly podcast.
Yeah, not too bad.
Plus we got Apple Podcast and Spotify, and it's all on there.
Yeah. Hey, man, just think about it.
Bad.
Only a year ago, Smee Sports was at like 50 subscribers.
That's right.
Really?
He just hit 5,000. So.
Dang.
Yeah.
There you go. Milestones.
Wow. But
I just want to get one of those little gold plaques and put it right up here.
Oh my gosh,
it would be amazing.
10,000. No, it's not going to happen. We'd have to get a lot more content and a lot more time. Let's be honest.
Yeah.
If I do that, I'm retiring from teaching. Just saying.
I mean,
full-time podcasting.
Think about though, if you have the gold play button in the classroom, how much aura does that add as a teacher?
Like 1 million.
Dude,
a
million subscribers.
What if I just had it on a chain around my neck?
Oh, that would be sick.
You could probably do it with the silver. The silver's a little smaller.
Oh, what's the diamond? We got to get to diamond.
Dude.
That's so many subscribers. That's
like
probably
10 million subscribers.
10 mil.
Yeah.
10 mil.
Yeah.
Hey.
1 billion. It's like
that's Mr. Beast numbers.
That's like
Mr. Beast
1/8 of the Earth's population is tuning in.
Oh my god, man.
Oh jeez.
We can do it.
Yeah, the whole continent of Asia is tuning in.
I don't know. We need to get a translator in here immediately.
We just need to have a little in the bottom left corner, right underneath Giovanni, a little gentleman digging a hut, and just the brain rot.
Yeah, something like that.
Building a hut out of mud in the side of the hill, and
we need the like, what do they do? Like the clips or the Minecraft obbies, where you're, like jumping over stuff.
Yeah,
or we gotta figure out a way.
Just little kids, like one of our screens be like a monkey solving a puzzle or something.
Yeah, and then I think we need to branch out. We need to start like Top Gun podcast, Spanish version, Top Gun podcast, German, Top Gun.
Oh my god, that would be so many channels.
It's true.
Okay.
I don't know. AI's gotten pretty powerful. I think we could do it.
Oh my god, AI is dangerous, and
we've lost the plot.
We've lost it. Yeah. If you are still listening, congratulations.
Yep, congrats.
You've made it. You made it to the secret part of our YouTube channel.
Yep, subscribe to every content creator that I told you guys. So
all right, guys. Hey, great week of sports. We got a great week coming up. I'm excited.
Can't wait, baby.
Can't wait. Go Guards.
Sir. Yeah.
Here we go. All right.
It's not about being right. It's about sounding confident.
There we go.
You got it.
That's we got to get shirts with that on it.
Oh yes, I would love that. And I would love to get an Indiana Jones shirt on too.
Oh yeah.
Soon as all of the money we make from this podcast will go straight to you guys. So
that would be real.
We only need about 930 more subscribers. So
well, we'll get there someday.
However you did it, Giovanni, just let me know.
Okay.
Figure it out.
Okay.
All right, guys. Yeah. Hey. Catch you.
Yep, see ya.
See ya.